The story of the Battle of Karbala begins in the years following the death of Prophet Muhammad, when the leadership of the Muslim community started to shift from a spiritual system into a political monarchy. After the assassination of Caliph Ali ibn Abi Talib, leadership passed to Muawiyah ibn Abi Sufyan, who established the Umayyad dynasty. Before dying, Muawiyah broke the earlier agreement of consultation and appointed his son Yazid as ruler, turning the caliphate into a hereditary kingdom. Many accepted this change out of pressure or political convenience, but some major companions of the Prophet refused, especially Hussein ibn Ali, the grandson of the Prophet. Hussein believed that leadership must remain based on justice, integrity, and the moral principles taught by Islam, not fear or inherited power. When Yazid assumed power in 680 CE, he ordered his governors across the empire to demand allegiance from the people. In Medina, the governor asked Hussein to pledge loyalty, but Hussein refused because he believed Yazid's rule was corrupt, unjust, and dangerous for the future of the Muslim community. Hussein quietly left Medina with his family and a small group of supporters, traveling first to Mecca. As he stayed in Mecca, letters began arriving from Kufa, a city in Iraq that had been loyal to his father Ali. Thousands of people wrote promising support and urging him to come to Kufa as their rightful leader. The situation became highly political, and Yazid feared that Hussein's presence in Mecca during the pilgrimage season might cause an uprising. So he sent assassins to kill Hussein even inside the holy city, forcing Hussein to leave Mecca to prevent bloodshed there. On the journey toward Kufa, Hussein received news that the governor of Kufa, Ibn Ziyad, had crushed his supporters, imprisoned their leaders, and spread fear throughout the city. The people who wrote letters could no longer help him. Still, Hussein refused to turn back because he believed his mission was not about victory or defeat, but about standing against injustice even if he stood alone. Yazid's forces began blocking all possible paths toward Kufa. Eventually, a detachment led by her Ibn Yazid stopped Hussein's caravan in the desert and forced them away from populated areas until they were pushed toward the dry plains of Karbala, near the Euphrates River. Hussein, along with around 72 men and his family, including women and children, was surrounded by an army that grew day by day until it reached thousands. Despite being surrounded, Hussein refused to start any violence. For several days, Yazid's commanders cut off their access to water, hoping to force submission. The camp of Hussein suffered severe thirst, especially the children. Negotiations continued, and Hussein repeatedly asked to be allowed to leave the area peacefully, but Ibn Ziyad demanded only one option: Hussein must pledge loyalty to Yazid. Hussein refused, stating that a person like him could never give allegiance to a ruler like Yazid. On the 9th and 10th of Muharram, known as Ashura, the situation reached its breaking point. Hussein gathered his small group at night and told them they were free to leave because the army only wanted him. But none of his companions abandoned him; they stayed willingly, knowing the outcome could mean death. Before dawn, the army began attacking. The Battle of Karbala was not a battle between equal armies, it was a massacre against a tiny group standing for justice. Hussein's companions fought bravely, one by one, including his sons, nephews, and relatives. Even young warriors like Ali Akbar and Abbas ibn Ali became symbols of loyalty and courage. Eventually, Hussein stood alone on the battlefield. Exhausted, wounded, and thirsty, he continued to resist until he fell. His death marked one of the most tragic moments in Islamic history. After killing Hussein, the Umayyad forces burned the tents, captured the women and children, and took the surviving family members, including Zainab bint Ali and Hussein's sixth son Ali Zain al-Abidin, as prisoners. They were taken to Kufa and then Damascus, where they gave powerful speeches exposing the tyranny of Yazid's rule. Those speeches became instrumental in shaping public opinion and inspiring later movements against injustice. The Battle of Karbala did not end with the death of Hussein. It sparked a moral awakening across the Muslim world. Many who had stayed silent earlier now regretted their inaction and began uprisings against the Umayyads. Hussein's stand became a symbol of speaking truth to power, resisting oppression even when the cost is life itself. Over the centuries, his sacrifice influenced revolutions, social justice movements, literature, and spiritual traditions across cultures. Today, the memory of Karbala remains one of the most powerful reminders that moral courage can outlive armies, and that standing for justice, even in loss, can shape history more than any throne or empire.